Okay. Okay, so this is a momentous occasion. So this Wednesday, you're turning 39, right?
Yeah.
39. So this is a great video about Carmen Lemmon, who was born February 23rd, 1913, and you're going to be 98 years old, right?
Right.
So we thought that what a great occasion to be able to send this out to the family members who love to get on the internet and who won't be able to come for your 98th birthday party. This way they can see how great you're doing. And
wait till my 100.
Oh yeah, well when you turn 100, then we'll make sure that everybody gets that. So you get that, everybody on camera? We got to have you here for 100th, so they have 2 years to plan, right?
Right.
That's right. Okay. Well, I was talking to Terry a little while ago, and I said, so what kind of questions should we ask Nana? And she says, I love to hear her stories. So tell me, let's start with, tell me about when you met Papa. How were you first introduced to him?
In Sunday school. I was. This fellow took me to Sunday school, which I was real bashful and scared. So I met Floyd, and I didn't like him. I thought he was too stuck up. So, I guess about a year or two later, one of his friends, they used to come to my house, brought him over, and I thought, oh, there's the guy that I don't like. But that's how come we got acquainted. Little by little, he started coming over.
How long did it take him before he asked you out on a date?
My first date with him, my dad went. He asked me for a date, and I asked my mother, and Mother says, ask your dad. And my dad said, well, ask your mother. And I said, I already did. She wants to know, she wants me to ask you. So he says, okay. So then Floyd turned around and he says, would you like to go to the movie too? And my dad said yes. So that was my first date.
Even if you wanted to go, if Lindsay ever asked me, or if her date ever asked me if I wanted to go with them and I said yes, she probably wouldn't speak to me again for a year.
Well, I probably was glad that he went, because I was so bashful I didn't, I was scared to go out. So.
And how long were you married?
From 1938 to 1977.
And that's when he died. In Southern Oregon.
Huh?
In Southern Oregon.
Yeah.
Tell me about that trip you took across the country in his little souped up Model A.
Well, we went to Alaska first. Parked the car at his aunt's house. We stayed in Alaska for a month, just in Juneau. Just looking around, looking at the...
And you took Uncle Sam with you, didn't you?
Yeah. So, we came... He says, do you want to go on further, or would you like to go back to Missouri and Kansas, the area that he was born in? So I decided I'd like to see some of the United States. So we went back to seeing his relatives They lived in Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma. And we were gone from May to August. Everybody wanted us to, you gotta come and stay with us for a few days. You gotta come and see us. So we did. I met a lot of his relatives, and we had a lot of fun. So we come home just in time for him to, he took time off from work. We come home just in time for him to go back to work.
And then when you moved to, when you were in Southern Oregon, you now you worked in the ice cream factory down in Southern California before you left, right?
I worked at Borden's Ice Cream for 5 years, and they sold the factory. So they sold in the year that we were married. We were married in '38. So from 1938 to 1940, let's see, 44, I didn't work. And
then you had my dad in 42, right?
right.
That's right.
And so your dad was two years old the day we got to Grants Pass. And so we lived in, we stayed with some friends for a month while they took care. We bought an old house, and they had to put new wiring and stuff like that. It didn't have a bathroom, didn't have a sink, it didn't have outside toilet. It had. So I pioneered.
That's okay.
I learned to cook on a wood stove, and until they put a bathroom in there and all that. We had to take baths in those tin tubs, warm up the water, take it and dump it into the tub.
Well, that's okay. I grew up having baths in the sink.
I know it. So it was, I cried because I wasn't used to anything like that, but I soon got used to it.
You're tough. And speaking of tough, you used to work on your hands and knees in the hops and in the bulbs.
My neighbor, this is all seasonal work, you know. And my neighbor used to go every year and work either the hops or the bulbs or string beans. So I worked in the hops a little bit, but in the beans, but it made me itch. So I worked in the gladiola bulbs until I met Woody and Bernice.
Okay, we're going to take a break for just a second.
Okay.